The onus has been on the credit union sector to develop the vehicle and how the vehicle might work, or whether that would be done in partnership with the Department of Finance and the Department of Environment itself as well.
Minister.
I don't have a note on the alternative models. I'll communicate directly with you by letter.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Minister. Do you want anything further, Deputy Premier?
About I was asked as well about the government policy and government deciding at the direction of how this will be engaged, and is the onus on the credit unions to actually devise the vehicle and how it would work and the logistics of it, or is it going to be a partnership direction with the whole process? Because I think that's key to whether the regulator will actually look at whether regulation is required to allow this to happen or not as well.
I would like to see, and the government would like to see, a wider role for the credit union movement, and there is some potential certainly in the housing area. The credit union movement have a lot of funds on hand at the moment, but we should remember the funds they have on hand are people's savings. So the regulator and the central bank would be adverse to the credit union movement putting the savings at risk. So obviously they would be assessing any proposal from the credit unions to fund housing against the potential risk to the savings. But that doesn't mean it has to be ruled out. There are other lenders, obviously, that can manage the risk, and credit unions would have to do the same. So I'd actively encourage it, and my officials have had meetings with the credit union movement, and they've also met with the central bank. But the onus is now on the two credit union organisations to bring forward proposals, and they'll be assessed, and we'll cooperate with them in every way. But the final call will be made by the central bank, because the supervisor of credit unions is in the central bank.
Thank you very much, Minister. The next question, question number 11. Question number 10.
Did I get another opportunity?
You've been in twice?
No, I haven't been in twice. I was only in once.
Well, sorry, my apologies. Go ahead.
Yeah. So as I understand from your response, you're saying that now that the onus is on the Irish League of Credit Unions to actually develop the model and come back with a proposal of how the model would actually work. I'm just wondering, is that the most desirable way of carrying out this process? I mean, surely if it's something that you say that your department sees and the government sees as desirable to allow to happen and to develop, why should the onus be back on the Irish League of Credit Unions to actually develop the model and everything else and the logistics of how it's actually going to happen? Surely that's something that could be done in partnership and they might not necessarily have the expertise, where the expertise would be maybe in the central bank or in the Department of Finance, of actually how these models could work.
Yeah, we'll assist them in any way we can, as will the Department of the Environment. But they are the holders of the money, and they need to take a lead role, and we will assist them certainly.
Thank you very much, Minister. Question number 10.